everyone would class up. Like, there's all these things that they don't tell you. It's like, okay, you can fail at everything along the way. Everything. Like, anything will get you put back out in the fleet or back out in the civilian. So it was probably 3 weeks of some basic running. All they were doing with us is like keeping us up at night. Like, just, I don't know, the instructors were just bored, so they'd run around and try to wake us up. Like, we'd be walking around on the P-ways up on the second deck, and they'd hit us with a laser and be like, "You're dead," right? Just little games like that, but nothing crazy. Then when we classed up, I was class 284, it was game on. And it was an instant change, like night and day. The gloves were off. My first experience with surf torture was actually delightful, because when you first show up, you have all this energy. You're like, oh yeah, we're going to get this, right, guys? Like, some of these guys you went through basic with, you went through pre-bud, it's like, we're never going to quit. We're going to do this. You run out there and you jump. Some dudes are doing backflips in the ocean. You're like, yeah, we got this. It's cold water, but we're excited to be here. After about a week, all the smiles are gone, right? And then you get into week 3 of first phase, is what they call it, first phase of buds. And people are starting to get worn out. They're starting to get worn out. The timelines are unmeetable. Like one guy that I showed up with from South Carolina, I'm a Clemson Tiger fan. If any of you guys, Clemson Tigers, go Tigers. So beat Carolina. So I showed up there with one other dude. One other guy never even made the qualifications, because you have to run, swim, push-ups, pull-ups, all that stuff. He just couldn't make the run time. My run time for a mile and a half was 7:30, 7:31 by the way, for my quals, just in case you guys want to know. So I think it was 102 push-ups in 2 minutes. I think I did 98 sit-ups in 2 minutes. My pull-ups were like 18. Like, some dudes can bust out way more. There's no time limit on those. Swim was like, meh. I mean, I just started learning how to swim before I did that. Anyway, so we showed up, and this dude who ran a 47 400, that's a fast 400, if you guys ever ran track, he quit like on week 2. I was like, what's up, man? Like, I had a house. I was, a grown man. I had a house. We'd leave the windows open. We'd intentionally sleep on the floor and freeze ourselves, and we'd train all day, because for some reason we thought that would help out. Totally pointless. And he was there with me. He was there with me, shivering and freezing, like, we're going to do this. And he quits like week 2, because he just couldn't manage the stress. We have to show up. We have to have our uniform perfectly done. And if we're smart, we'll pay A.B. Brights down at Imperial Beach to press it for us. And then we have to go through there and clip all the little Irish pennants, what we call them. Like, this is unsat, right? What is this? This little thing, clip it. That's right. We do our entire uniforms, and we'd show up for uniform inspection. Just a tremendous amount of effort, right? Shoes polished, boots polished. And then instantly they would find something. You'd have to go hit the surf, destroy your uniform, destroy your boots, destroy everything. You'd have to start over. You'd have to show up with a perfectly sharpened knife. They would test it on paper. Like, there's no way that you can pass all these test gates. So it was a mind game, right? And some people just completely crumbled. So this was all leading up to Hellweek. This was all a joke compared to Hellweek. Then Hellweek in like week 3 starts, and that was 5.5 days awake, right? No breaks. And I was up playing poker with my brother Saturday night before the Sunday night breakout. And still to this point, I had no idea that we were going to stay up for 5.5 days. I'm such an idiot. I mean, Jesus, like, I guess I just thought it would be like hard, like workouts or whatever. I didn't know that they were going to sleep deprive us the whole time. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. Staying up late, playing poker.